on the bonus stage on GameSpot, E3 Day 2. I'm your host, John Davison. So with me right now, we have Jason Mewes and Blake Freeman from the movie Noobz, which you're doing a premiere at E3 tonight, right?
That's correct.
Wednesday night at E3. And when is the movie actually going to theaters?
September.
September,
yeah. And it's actually worldwide, too.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you had a trailer out a little while ago. Mm-hmm. You and I have been talking about this movie for a while. You showed it to us back at GDC.
I did.
It's been evolving constantly.
It has.
So, I mean, it's a movie about gamers.
It is. We wanted to make one that was kind of true to the online world of the competitive gaming world. And listen, we're well aware that a movie like this is not going to win an Oscar, but we wanted to make a movie that people could relate to. And I think that's the one movie that's been left out. Nobody really relates to The Wizard, or if you're high, you relate to Grandma's Boy. But we wanted to make a competitive gaming movie that guys could relate to, right?
Yes. So you are in it. You're the lead character. You directed it and produced it. You're both the two lead characters. You directed it and produced it. It was your concept. So I mean, I think the one thing, I mean, particularly with the audience of a show like this, it's all gamers. Right. Every time Hollywood or TV or anything has touched video games, it's always with this sort of sense that they don't quite understand, or that it's not treated with the respect necessarily that people want. But you're both gamers, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. You're wearing a Gears of War hat. You a big Gears of War player?
I am. I'm not great at it, but I actually started playing a lot more when we shot the movie.
Yeah.
But Call of Duty, Lord of the Rings, Gears of War, online stuff is what I like.
Yeah.
Just started getting into in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm horrible. The thing is, the reason why I play online and I think I'm pretty good until I get online and start playing some of these kids, and they whoop me and I get frustrated. So I play online, but I gotta take breaks in between. So
you can chill out a little bit.
Yeah, because it's pretty hard when someone 12, 13 calling your names and whooping your butt.
Yeah.
So
he was breaking stuff on set when a kid would beat him. So he was a violent gamer that day. No.
Right. So just for people that don't know what the movie's about, why don't you give a quick summary of what it is?
Sure. It's about gamers, about buddies that go to play in a championship. So they have to travel to get there, and they go to LA and they want to play in a thing called Cyber Bowl. And there's other championships going on, but Gears of War is the main one. And when we wrote the script, we wanted it to be true to competitive gaming. And companies like Activision and Microsoft, and they all immediately fell in love with the script, and we sent it to the studios. They loved it, and exactly what you said a minute ago, their recommendations for cast and changes to the script are mind-boggling, because it's like,
can you give us an example?
You should put a monkey in there. Monkeys are funny.
No. Are you kidding me?
I mean, I'm just telling you.
I was the monkey.
Everything.
I was the monkey.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. We knew we wanted to make the movie, so we were able to make it independent with so many gamers, companies, to pro gamers, to companies like you guys and Microsoft, and everybody's come together.
Adam Sessler's in it as well.
Absolutely. They all made this thing happen, and we were able to do it independently, and now our little independent movie is going theatrical, and it's really exciting. But in order to put that movie together, we had to go after real gamers, and immediately, he's been talking about gaming for so long. I called up even before casting really started, and I said, we got to get Mewes. And so I went after Jason really hard. And once he read the script, he was like, this is what I love. And
so do you guys know each other well before the movie, or?
Not well enough. We do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
had fun. We clicked, I feel, really quickly. I mean, all four characters did, all the guys did, but him and I especially, we had a lot of scenes together, and it was cool because he was directing and writer and producer and all. He would let us just flow with the dialogue, and it did. It made it more realistic because, there are normal sort of sayings, I guess, when you're playing a certain game and you're throwing noob tubes or whatever Can't say, but so we got to say a little bit of that to keep it, but also say what you really say, which is, you know. But we had to keep it also. Couldn't curse too much.
For
We
sure.
wanted
Really?
everyone. Well, we wanted everyone to be able
We
to
wanted
watch
to keep
it,
it
you know?
PG-13.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But I mean, we have so when the
You
director's
showed me
cut
a
comes
cut
out.
where that was not a PG-13 cut that you showed me.
When the director's cut comes out, get it, because it is so bad. That was the problem. We would end every scene to where it was almost X-rated. I mean, it was so bad. And then we were like, all right, I think we got what we needed before. But it was really funny. But the good thing is, you know, when he comes to work, I mean, this guy's a professional. If he's in a different mood and he becomes a different side of a character, he brought that character out. Same thing with Moises and Matt Shively, who are also the main four guys. We were really just versions of ourselves, and I think that came out, you know, as realistic instead of acting. Like, there's not a whole hell of a lot of acting, man. And once we got into that world, we were just there.
Yeah.
You know, and it was all versions of us. Unfortunately, I played like that one gamer that you know online that always screams, yells, and cusses at everybody. Is just constantly mad. I know everybody knows them. Like, what could their life possibly be like? Like, they get up in the morning and they kick a puppy or something. So I play that character, and I think it's probably not a far stretch. I can be an asshole, I guess, sometimes, right? No, I'm just kidding.
I would say he could be a little moody sometimes, but he had a lot of pressure, I guess.
He can be moody.
Yeah, you know, you go there certain days, you're playing jokes, he's like, but he had pressure, you know. So his character, was sort of the similar. I feel like he was the guy of the four of us who was a little more cranky and miserable than the rest. And in real life, I feel like he was a little bit crankier, and I wouldn't say miserable, but a little bit crankier than the rest of us on set. But
he has all that additional pressure, though, right?
It was exaggerated for the character, but it was a lot of fun. I had so much fun on it. I'm hoping we'll see. Hopefully there's a 2,
right?
And then there'll be 3, maybe TV, maybe video.
What if there's an 8 and we're like 94 years old and we're still playing?
By
and
then
we got the
like
tubes in there. Yeah. You can just like blow in the tube, you know. We'll be sitting in wheelchairs. But
I think we could put something in the head and you just play the game like this.
sounds awesome.
So you took a video game movie to Cannes, right?
We did. I had 2 movies there, and both of them, unbelievably, did well. But Noobz, we figured that Cannes, it would go over and it would go to kind of straight to DVD and overseas markets. That's normally what happens.
Yeah.
When you have a movie that, you know, at our size in the beginning, and that did not happen. The major markets were picking it up for theatrical, and once that happened, it was totally exciting. And
So what was the feedback were you getting? Was it because it was video game based? Was it because, I mean, you two are magnificent, so obviously that it was all about you guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was just because it was me and Jason. They said, we're just gonna, you know, we just want Polaroids of you guys up on screen.
If only.
I said Polaroids. Who the hell uses Polaroids anymore?
They have them now, man. They're coming back.
I know, right? A Polaroid. No, but I think the script stayed realistic enough to that world that gaming companies and theatrical companies that own gaming companies, especially in Germany and Australia, they came really hard at the movie. And they're like, all right, this is our world. We're already marketing to this, you know, and all of a sudden, even in France, you know, all of a sudden, they had I guess a real respect for what we did as gaming movie. People are starting in the media movie business are starting to respect the power that you guys have.
Right.
And when I say that, it's if movies will ever figure out that you tap into the largest audience in the world and they're so loyal, and if there's a way that they can make better movies and pay you guys to advertise it, you have all the power. You know, and I think slowly they're starting to get that. Overseas they're getting it a little bit more over here. I think over here they're a little too snotty. You know? Yeah? Yeah, and it just, I don't know. We're trying to make a good movie about this world, and I think that we made a good enough one that it's starting to get a lot of buzz, and you know, that's the fun part about it.
So Gears is featured, that's the main, I can't remember, you played just Gears in the game, right?
We do,
in the movie, yeah?
Yeah.
So how did you have a good relationship with the guys at Epic? How did that come about?
You know, it was between Activision's Call of Duty and Gears, and we went down the road with both. And Cliff and those guys, and the guys at Microsoft, they were extremely helpful, and it seemed to make sense. I really wanted to use, on camera, it's very tough to use a first-person game to show action.
Right.
To see a third-person man running around when you're watching a movie, it's easier for people to decipher what's going on, and so that did play a big role in what we were doing. And I know we could have shot Call of Duty with third-person or whatever it might have been, but we just, we clicked with the guys from Gears. We were excited about it. Their fan base is insanely loyal. If you see all the guys with the tattoos, and they're everywhere, and it was like, if we pull this off, this is going to be a great fan base. It'd be great to give them something that they like. Yeah. And so that's kind of what we went for.
So Jason, you have a love interest in the movie with a kind of a video game hook as well.
Yes, it's me.
It's you. No, Zelda Williams is in the movie, right?
Life, but in the movie, yes.
So how was she? Was she into the game as well?
Yeah, she was great, man. Honestly, she has a fun attitude. It was interesting that, when the first day I worked with her to go back and meet her and then sit and talk with her before we actually went on and worked together. Because we had a scene I think our first scene was us sitting in there and just the two of us at dinner sort of talking and getting all sort of lovey-dovey serious and stuff, because it was like our first date. And so we had to start off with that the first day I met her, and I was a little nervous about that, but she's great, man. We sat outside before we had to get up there, and we were joking around, and she was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a way to feel people out, like girls especially. If I feel like they're fun.
That's good terminology, man. You were filling them all out.
Well, if I throw maybe obnoxious obscenity towards them, and they can take it and throw it back to me, then I'm like, this girl's great. But if she's like, oh my God, you're gross, then I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a little off-put.
That's a subtle way to test the water.
It really is. I'm not saying it's the right way.
That's your technique too,
my
right?
way. I was saying with him, I was like, pull your pants down. He was like, and he did it, and I was like, this guy's great.
Yeah, we were instantly blood brothers then.
But it's not saying it's the right way to go about it. But
it's not gonna work for everybody, right?
Not necessarily, but that's sort of how I feel it out. But she was a lot of fun, and I'm glad it was her that got to play that part in mine.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I wish he wrote in more parts of me making out with her, maybe, fondling or something, but he didn't. But you can't win them all.
Well, I took out the prison scene. Because that was your makeout scene, but that guy, I can't remember that guy's name, but we took that out.
What are you talking about?
What?
So
it was fun. She's awesome. She's Robin Williams' daughter. I mean, you get to grow up with Robin Williams. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
fantastic.
She doesn't have hairy knuckles though, so you can't.
That's very disappointing.
Yeah, I know. So she's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're doing talk a little bit about what you're doing tonight.
Tonight is the premiere. So we wanted to do it at E3. We wanted to have, a lot of these people, a lot of the media here to have a chance to see the movie. And so super excited. It's at LA Live, 800 seats, and it's going to be awesome.
So you're doing a movie premiere the same night. It's a big hockey game, and apparently the president's going.
I know, right? The president
maybe he'll
is
check
coming
in on the
to
movie
the
on the
hockey
way.
game, and it's all on the E3, the hockey game, and the Noobz premiere are all in the same grounds. I mean, Obama texted me and wanted to get into the movie. We're like, no.
Do you have any seats left?
You have to buy it. Yeah. It's like, come on. Why do you want to get in for free
tonight?
I'm going to try. If I get out of here, I'm there. We're sending a crew. We're going to have a camera on the red carpet talking to you guys when you go in.
It's going to be fabulous.
We'll have that up on the site. Be talking to people about it.
Really excited.
It's how many people going? How many people you invited to the
There's
premiere?
800 seats, so and I think we're a little bit over capacity.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good. Standing room's okay.
I know, right? Yeah. We were worried about our 800 seats. Are we going to be able to fill that? And then I think in about 2 days, we got the emails back, and we were like, we're really going to be able to fill this.
You guys did, sort of in the spirit of the whole movie, you guys did a bunch of community outreach. You worked with our community on stuff, so we have a bunch of the GameSpot community that are going. You had a contest, right, for people to come.
We did. 4 guys came in from Pennsylvania. They got to fly in. They got 4 days here, and they're going to walk the carpet on the premiere. And these guys they're on cloud 9 right now. They're excited. It was a great experience. I would have killed to have won this contest.
Oh God, can you
imagine? They're getting so much gear, and I think you guys gave them gear. Like there's all kinds of stuff they're getting. It's unbelievable.
I want some gear.
You want some gear?
I didn't get anything.
There wasn't one product sponsor on the movie that Jason didn't go up and go, "Hey man, can you give me?" You got more
some cool
free
stuff. I
than
did.
anybody
I
else in
can't
the entire
complain.
movie.
I mean, that's how you fund movies now, right? It's product integration. So,
No, for sure.
There
but
was some fun
this
stuff.
man, we didn't get to fund
I got
anything.
a
We took it
Gears
all
of
home.
War. I got a Gears of War limited edition Xbox.
Yeah,
I got this
that was nice.
this carrying case that opens up and there's a screen on it and you can carry your X. Oh, it's amazing. Anyway, that was some of the fun stuff, but I'll stop.
No, it was good. I mean,
It was fun.
It was really good, yeah. And you know, one more thing when we were talking about going off script into film, there's actually a full scene in the movie where we were at the breakfast table where we were supposed to get from A to B, and we were on top of that hotel, you remember? And it is so unscripted, and it stays in the movie. It's about 3.5 minutes long, and it's just a lot of everybody being themselves. And we looked at it, and I said, guys, we got to cut this from the movie. It has nothing, I mean, it has something to do with the movie, but I'm like, why the hell we have it? And when we screen the movie, people laugh at that part more than they laugh at anything else. Like they love that part of it. And it's so funny because we were so off script. It was so bad we couldn't even go on script. It was like 5:30 in the morning, by the way.
Yeah, it was good.
And that was not a good time for any of us to be up, but we just ran with it, and it ended up being really, really funny.
So that's in the final movie?
It is, yeah. We left it in.
Nice. I can't wait to see it.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this up. So
Absolutely.
the movie's out in September, you said?
September, yes.
General release?
It is. It's going to theatrical in all the major cities, and then obviously, as they do now, if it does well, then it'll go wider and wider and wider. So
fantastic.
Fingers crossed. The DVD will be out before Christmas. So
awesome. Well, best of luck, gents.
Thank you.
Blake Freeman.
Thank you very much,
Jason
John.
Mewes, thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
This is the bonus stage on GameSpot. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Thank you.